It's a perfect day in Galilee. This is News Channel 7, the Galilean Gazette, the holiest news you'll find on your tablet. I am Baba Wawa.
Ask Michelle Grace.
Welcome back to our amazing series called Fruit. Each week, I get more and more excited about sharing the next fruit that we're going to be learning about. Last week, it was all about pineapples and how their unusualness matched the unusual instruction God gave Moses. Thank goodness he was obedient and God gave them the victory over the Amalekites. It's a great reminder that obeying God gives us the victory.
That's right, Barbara. Hey kids, with all these amazing fruits we've been talking about, I'm starting to have more and more new favorites. How about you? Are you realizing that you have some new fruit favorites too? And all this incredible Bible stories that go along with it. I'll tell you what, the excitement is overwhelming. It's impossible just to pick one because they're all so yummy and sweet.
Well, the thing is though, Shelly, not every fruit is sweet to the taste, right? I mean, we've definitely covered some of the sweetest, like pineapples, grapes, bananas, but one of the most popular top 10 fruit is actually incredibly sour. I'm sure you know which fruit I'm talking about. It is lemons!
Lemons? I'll tell you what, I don't like lemons.
Shelly Grace, what do you mean? Why not? What's not to like about lemon?
Oh, I don't like them. They're much too sour for me.
Well, let me get this straight. You say you don't like lemons, yet you're eating a candy that's shaped like a lemon, and it has to taste like a lemon, and you really seem to be enjoying them. I'm thinking there's no way you can say you don't like lemons.
Oh, this candy? This is lemon flavored candy? No, I don't believe it. But maybe you're right. This does taste like lemons. It's actually very good. So yes, after all, I like lemons.
I'm glad we figured that out. The thing is, there are some people who love the taste of lemons just exactly the way they are, the way God made them, super sour. God made them that way, but still, most people, lemons are just too much. If you try to eat it like an orange or something, and you put a slice and then you stick it in your mouth, your like, whole face part is like, and then it like locks right here under your jaw and you can't even speak sometimes. It's terrible.
Oh man, you sure will. And even though lemons themselves are too sour for most, it's definitely one of the most popular flavors in the world. When you add a little sweetness by mixing a little sugar, well, what you get, it becomes a perfect mix of something sweet and a little sour.
So true. Just think of all the lemony treats that we get to enjoy. Lemon head candies, lemon drops, lemon Starburst candies, lemon meringue pie, lemon cake, lemon sandwich cookies, lemon sorbet, and of course, lemonade.
Let me tell you, lemons are a reminder that when life gets a little sour, God makes things sweeter. We all have days when things don't seem to go our way. We've even all received some bad news in our lives. Lost a big game, or argued with a friend, or just had a really bad day.
Yep, and God wants us to turn to Him when we are having those bad times. He wants to take those situations, turn them around, and fill them right up with joy and sweetness.
Today's story is about a time when God turned something very bitter into something very sweet. The people of Israel again were complaining on their journey through the promised land, and once again, God was ready to provide.
I can hardly wait for the kids to hear this story, Shelly. I bet most of them will be hearing this one for the very first time. So kids, pay close attention, and we'll meet you right back here after our short video.
This is the story of Moses.
Hello!
Moses led the Israelites from the Red Sea, and they went into the desert of Shur. For 3 days they traveled into the desert without finding any water. When they came to Marah, they could not drink the water because it was bitter. That is why the place is called Marah. So the people grumbled against Moses, saying, "What are we gonna drink?" Then Moses cried out to the Lord, and the Lord showed him a piece of wood. It was a stick. He threw the stick into the water, and the water became fit to drink. There the Lord issued a ruling, instructing for them to put to the test. He said, "If you listen carefully to the Lord your God and do what is right in his eyes, if you pay attention to his commands and keep all his decrees, I will not bring you any diseases that I brought to the Egyptians, for I am the Lord who heals you." Then they came to Elim, where there were 12 springs, 70 palm trees, and they camped near the water. The end.
Hey, welcome back, kids. I can hardly believe that the Israelites were complaining to Moses again, just like a few weeks ago. They were crying and whining about the water that time too. Remember, and God told Moses to get them water by striking the rock. He did it, and water came gushing out for them.
I'll tell you what. In today's story, the Israelites complained to Moses, and he took their complaints to God. So God didn't pour a bunch of sugar into the water, but God did tell Moses to throw a stick into the water to make the bitter water taste a whole lot better.
That's right, and Moses obeyed yet again, and he put the stick in the water. Suddenly, the water wasn't bitter anymore. It was good to drink, and believe it or not, God wants us to respond to bitterness the exact same way Moses did. Instead of complaining all the time, having bitterness in our heart, he wants us to give him our hurt and disappointments.
Oh, that's so true, Barbara Wawa. He'll always be there for us. God makes things sweeter. It's like he is the sugar. When we add a little sugar to lemons, we get lemonade. And we all love fresh lemonade.
Yes, and when I feel bitter and I start complaining, the best thing for me to do is pray about it. Give my grumpiness to God. I trust him, and it always makes a huge difference in my life. God takes my bitterness and turns it right into joy.
Kids, this past week, could you tell us how many times you complained or had bitter feelings about something? If it happens a lot, we want to help you remember how important it is to turn that all over to God.
So true. Like maybe there was a night you were complaining because you wanted to eat out, but you needed to eat the leftovers instead. Or maybe you got upset because you feel like you have all these chores to do, but you're not given an allowance.
Or how about the night you wouldn't eat your leftovers and you had to go to bed hungry? And then you missed some yummy dessert.
The thing is, it is easy to complain about every little thing, especially when things don't go our way or the way we think. But God wants us to learn how important it is to stop and pray and talk to him.
God can make bad days good through reminding us that he wants to give it all to him so he can replace it with joy. He is always here, waiting for us.
That's right, Shelly Grace. Disappointment is a part of life, but God doesn't want those disappointments to make us sour like a lemon.
When you are sad, frustrated, disappointment, or at a loss, take those feelings and give them to God.
Let God know how you feel. Don't let yourself get sour when things don't go your way. Ask God to take that bitterness and turn it into something sweet. After all, God makes life sweeter. Wow, what a great lesson. Well, that's all for us today. Kids, be sure to join us next week. So from all of us here at Channel 7, the Galilean Gazette, when life gives you lemons, give your lemons to God.
Hey, has anybody seen my knife? I want to cut this open and make us some lemonade.
I don't know, but we'll find it, that's for sure. Let's go.